Nigeria ranks second highest in paternity fraud in the world. DNA wahala in Nigeria. This is really alarming, my people. It's really sad. A lot of women having marital affairs, and they bring pregnancy from outside to their husband. Anyways, let's find out what the world thinks about Nigeria. It's obvious we are now number two. Oh my god, stay tuned, guys. One love. Nigeria ranks second highest in paternity fraud in the world. 3 out of 10 Nigerian men are not biological fathers of their children. This is really alarming. This is sad. Imagine for this world, you know how many people in this world, how many countries, excuse me, and Nigeria is number 2. It's sad. The reason I'm reading this news, the reason why I decided to do this today is because of what I saw 2 weeks ago. Actually, it's very sad. A friend of mine, not really a friend, but we talk. The guy, due to all these DNA palaba way can happen and stuff like that, we actually had a conversation, and the guy can't just say, man, he didn't really say he was gonna do it, but after the whole thing all happened, so he can begin to talk. So basically, fact, guys, true story. 3 children with his wife, beautiful kids. In go house, secretly he do DNA. So after he do DNA and stuff like that, result came out. The first child, when he call a firstborn, which is a male, actually not being born. It's a very sad one. So the guy confronted the woman, and that's how the whole thing came out. Boys talk now. People will talk like you have a bestie, you tell your bestie will tell his own bestie, and that's how the whole thing came out. So it was really sad. It was sad because after which the lady was actually confused. She was confused. I don't know if I should blame her, because from waiting the lady talk, she not dates other men. Probably what really happened was after the whole thing, elders meetings and stuff like that. So, they can't redo the DNA again to confirm. Obviously, it can't still show the same results. But the man gets the pikin. They do DNA for the other 2 children. That was clear, and I didn't get those one. So what really happened was this thing happens every day. You're the date woman, and the woman can't get belle. After the belle don't come, family pressure, or probably because you love her, you go say, now she's pregnant for me, obviously I want you to be my wife. I can't do the necessary things, the marital things, and then you guys will now settle down as husband and wife. That was what happened. So this girl actually was not dating just this guy. She was having affairs with other person or other people. So when she taken, she probably just carried the belly, give the one where she loved past, or the one that was financially buoyant enough to take care of her and her baby. So that was what happened in this case. Because after the whole incident happened, the girl can later, confront her ex and everything. I wasn't there. That was what I was told. So later, the ex can go do DNA, come find out, say, now he gets the pikin. So obviously, she was dating these 2 guys at the same time. So that was how that played out. Because a lot of things like this, they happen. That's why they always say, you need to check. If you say me, you do the statistics, right? If you say me, you do the checking. Most first child are nobody man gets the pikin. So, and not just that, a lot of women, they do these, coming out of their marital house, they do affair and stuff like that. It's not fair, it's not healthy. We know what thing don't happen. It's for some time now for Nigeria where a chief judge actually don't trade pikin, finish for universities and everything. They can later find out he not being get the pikin. And not just that, a lot of things don't come away, meg will slump and die. And people just die because imagine you being in love with your son or your children, then you can't find out, say no, but you get them. And there was a story I actually read online about the banker who she was actually sleeping with her boss, and then come the feel say na him get the pikin. Then afterwards the man come find out with DNA, come find out say okay, these are not my children. The guy actually died when the woman come run go overseas. So things like this are happen. There's a story I want to share with you guys. It says Christopher, a successful but retired architect, was compelled to find out the truth about the paternity of the children after a stranger turned up one day to claim he was their biological father and challenged him to do a DNA test. Christopher received the shock of his life when the result proved that the stranger was indeed the children's real father. It turned out that the man and his late wife had been involved in a long secret love affairs that produced the 3 children and erroneously assumed belonged to him. Imagine this case now with the woman done late, and now someone just come from nowhere to come claim the children. See, things like this are really sad. DNA paternity tests are revealing a lot of buried family secrets. Keeping family secrets isn't as easy as it used to be, and just one DNA test could change everything for better, for worse. Many children are experiencing paternity scandals by learning that their father is really not their biological father. And obviously, this whole DNA thing is really bringing out a lot of secret, because most children now don't grow. And obviously, they will go to do DNA by themselves, because it's really possible. You can take your father's brush, you can take your father's, saliva. You can take stuff like that and go find out for yourself. Imagine as a child, you can't go hospital, go do DNA secretly, and come find out see that man not be your papa. That's really heartbreaking. So, ladies, you really need to stop doing this stuff. It's really not healthy. Imagine the perception that paternity fraud is high in Nigeria is not unfounded. Reports have been making the rounds that Nigeria has the second highest rate of paternity fraud in the world after Jamaica. Many men have been unknowingly raising children that are not theirs, and the curb the trend. There have been calls for introduction of mandatory DNA testing at birth. That will actually be beautiful. So I cite that one. For those, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, this is really something that we really need to really look at, because a lot of men, they train pikin will not be their own. Not just training the pikin financially, and that be the heartbreaking part, but that love, that bond. Imagine say person when you feel say now your own, not be your own. That's really sad. The issue, it says, the issue of paternity is a trilogy. It's moral, scientific, and legal issue, a concerned commentator noted. So this is a very heartbreaking stuff. We really need to get our act right. Nigerians, we really need to do the right thing. A man is presumed to be the father of a child once the child is born within wedlock facts. But the thing is, I've heard a lot of things. Like, there was this guy where he trained online recently, that he came from overseas, and the wife was having issues with him and telling him that they caught the wife on Snapchat having affairs with his domestic workers, one of his domestic workers. So this guy actually can't go Nigeria because of say this woman don't cheat and stuff like that. So he can't want find out if this is really my child. So after the DNA and everything, he can't find out say no being get the pekin. So the guy just died, a very young and healthy man. Not just that, we've seen cases where people will just die. People actually die of heartbreak. It's sad. So my question is, should DNA be something like, should it be a law that that will state that after you've done born pikin, the both parties supposed to take DNA to confirm that this is their child? Let me know what you think. For me, I think that should be a very good and welcoming idea if it can really happen. But even though government not pass them, individually we can actually, it's our right to do it. If you feel like you don't trust your partner, your woman, so after she born, you can actually do the DNA to know the status of you and the child, because after the bond don't be strong, it kills, guys. How it be when you're a father and then you can find out say that's not your child. So that's really alarming. So let's try and make things right in Nigeria. If you're new here, guys, please consider subscribing and be part of the family. Let us know what you think about this topic. of us being the second paternity fraud in the world. That's really alarming, guys. Second, you know how many countries there is world. So have a nice life, and have a beautiful weekend. And ladies, please get your act right. One love. And guys, stop treating ladies bad too. Bye.